Hey guys, hope you're doing well. Thanks for landing on this video. By the title you can see that this is a 3ds max speed modeling tutorial, and I'm gonna share with you a technique how to model a bat, and I'm using bat from the Far Cry 5 video game. And yeah, I'm using Autodesk 3ds Max for the modeling, and yeah, let's dive into it, and I'm gonna walk you through how I got to this result. Alright, so I've set up the blueprint for the model to be used as a reference. Just use Google the image and search for Far Cry 5 bat, and it's one of the first that came up. Usually I start everything with a simple cylinder. Usually you can create them from geometry tab. Any shape can be created from simple geometries like cubes, pyramids, cylinders, circles. And I'm blocking in the shape by using simple polygonal techniques, by converting a mesh to the editable poly. Do an inset just to make that engraving more prominent. And now I'm trying to do a little bit of a curvature. As you can see on the reference image, it kind of slightly curves as it goes up, so I'm trying to replicate that into my base mesh as well, just simply by extruding geometry and scaling as I see fit, and just moving upwards until I can match the geometry as close as possible to the reference image. And I'm using 16 sides for this current model because I think that's gonna be enough for me to then turbo smooth it and keep the geometry and shape intact. And here I try to make it straight as it goes to the top. It kind of slightly makes the curvature from being bent to straight. And here I try to replicate the round curvature you can see below the handle. So I try to see how that looks by adding some of the control loops and scaling out the edge to get that curvature. Here I'm adding control loops to the edges because I know that I want to smooth out the model afterwards using turbo smooth, and if I want to maintain hard edges I need to put some of the control loops where the hard edges meet. Here I'm gonna do an inset, same, to do an control loop, constantly putting NURBS on just to see how it looks when it's being smoothed out. Same applies for adding loops to the top just to maintain the hard edge. I've kept the top of the mesh, and I'm gonna apply the same technique, inset, put the inset a little bit on top just to make the curvature more curvy so it doesn't look completely flat. It's kind of a trick I learned from Alex Yeryomin. Just playing around with the edges to get them more smooth, because I don't like currently it looks too hard. So controlling the edges until I'm happy, doing a little bit of chamfering, and yeah, I'm happy with the result, and that's about it.